Hello, boys and girls. It's Superhero Day. You may have seen the clue behind me on the couch. I am in a different place, but yes, we're going to read about superheroes today. That being said, this is the book that I'm going to read a part of today. It's called Be Your Own Superhero: How You Can Be a Real Life Superhero and in work and in life, or in your childhood. I got to meet Sam Glenn. Sam Glenn is the author of this book. He came and spoke to a group of teachers, and I got to have him, did he sign it? He signed my book. So, Sam Glenn had a terrible time in school. He could not focus. He had a hard time sitting still. He had difficulties with behavior, and turns out he figured it out and he wrote a book about it. So one of the reasons that I'm sitting here is I needed to have a clue in the background. I'll explain that in a minute, but look right here. My husband is changing light bulbs, so we had to bring this over here. Okay, so boys and girls, as you can see, I will explain some of these little friends later for tomorrow, and tomorrow's story is something that will really interest Derek. So Derek, you be watching for this tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to start, and this book is a chapter book, so this will be appropriate more for second, third, and fourth, fifth graders. First graders, you will still understand it if you listen closely. And kindergartners, just sit and look at the screen. You know, my daughter's laughing at me. Okay. We're going to start with the introduction. Growing up, did you ever imagine what it would be like to be a superhero? Did you wear a cape or a mask to hide your true identity? Did you have superpowers? I did. When I was younger, I used to dream of being Superman. I remember watching the 1978 version of Superman, thinking, how cool would it be to fly around and bend steel and fight crime? Now that I'm older and I'm a dad, remember, he's telling the story, not me. I'm not a dad, I'm a mom. And now that I'm a dad, I love watching superhero movies with my daughters. In fact, I have a Batman mask in my office, and whenever my girls see it, they always say, "Daddy, be Batman." And of course I will say, if I could be any superhero of choice, I would probably be Batman. Today there are numerous superhero movies coming out every year. The Avengers, Iron Man, Spider-Man, the Hulk, Wonder Woman, and the list goes on. We all know these movies are pretend, but it's fun to watch them and imagine we are heroes in the story. So I started thinking one day, is it possible to be a superhero in real life? I believe it is. We may not wear capes and masks and costumes, but I believe within all of us lives a special someone willing and ready to take action and make a positive difference. We might not be fighting crime or saving the world from crazy green alien zombies, but there are simply acts of heroism we can perform in different areas of our life that reveal our inner true superhero. I won't list them all, but we can be real life superheroes in leadership, service, education, health, parenting, teamwork, and coaching. Whatever you do, don't underestimate the power of the quotes in this book. Boys and girls, this book has quotes, and I'm going to show you one. Here's one from Batman, and I think he has said that. It says, It's not who I am underneath, but it's what I do that defines me. Batman. So, just to finish, we're going to start chapter 1, and it's called, What Does It Mean to Be a Real-Life Superhero? I'm not going to read you this entire book. Even throughout the next few days, I won't read it very often, but every once in a while, we'll read a chapter out of this book. To be a real-life superhero means working to be the best version of yourself. It doesn't mean that you are perfect all the time, but you allow yourself the grace to be a work in progress. A real-life superhero makes choices that improve not just their life, but also the lives of others. Being a real-life superhero means using the best of who you are, your skills, your education, your talents, and your strengths to make positive contributions in significant areas of your life. It's knowing that you may not always get the recognition or the praise you deserve, but it's in your heart to always do what is right and give your best. It's knowing that you have incredible worth and value and purpose. It's knowing that you may have moments of fear and weakness. Even superheroes do, but they will never give up, and neither will you. Finally, being a real-life superhero means you are on a mission to make your mark in the world. Here's what I'd like you to do. I would like you to pick your favorite superhero. I would like you to write a friendly letter to that superhero and ask him or her some questions. If you would like to write, for example, Wonder Woman, you might ask Wonder Woman, what does it feel like to lasso someone and force them to tell the truth? Or you might ask Spider-Man, Spider-Man, what does it feel like to shoot web out of your fingertips and go up on top of high buildings? Are you ever scared? Or Batman, what does it feel like to drive around in the Batcave in your Batmobile? So, I'm going to get my whiteboard and I'm going to write a quick friendly letter to show you all the parts. And then I'm going to set you free. Your parents or you can take a photo of your friendly letter and send it to me this week, anytime. And if you just want to imagine the questions in your mind or talk about them with your family, that's fine too. I'll be right back with a friendly letter. Oh. Okay, I am back. I wrote a friendly letter to Batman. These are all the things that I have in my head that I want to know about Batman. You could write to Aquaman, Captain America. Somebody, please write to Wonder Woman for me. I really want to know more about that lasso of honesty. It makes you tell the truth. That's a good one. So here's what I wrote. Dear Batman, you are my favorite superhero. I have always wondered what it would be like to have superpowers. What does it feel like to jump and turn and flip? That's a question. How do you feel when you destroy the Joker? I wish I could visit your Batcave. Your friend, Mrs. Nelson. Notice there are parts to this friendly letter. There is always a greeting. This is called a greeting. Be sure you introduce your letter by saying dear or something nice to address the person you're writing to. The next part is the body of the letter. That's everything here that you choose to ask your superhero or share with your superhero. And last, there's a closing where you say your friend or your secret admirer. Last, you write your name, and that's called your signature. Oh, there's one thing I forgot. Every friendly letter should have the date. So, boys and girls, today the date is April 13th, 2020. Okay, can't wait to see the letters that you write. Be sure to send them back to me in an email or a photo.